Hey everybody, Ray here, and I've got a very special guest who's going to speak to us about something that we've been hearing a ton about, and that's private blog networks. So with me today, I've got the Zamurai warrior himself, Mr. Joshua Zamora, to talk about his new product that's going to teach us all about PBNs. Josh, how are you?
I'm great, and always a pleasure to be here with the master of video.
The master of video maybe, but not the master of private blog networks. Now this is something that a lot of people have been talking about for the last few months, and just to give a little history, within the last 3 or 4 months, obviously everybody knows that we've had to go a lot more white hat. We've had to get rid of a lot of the great things that really worked well, especially for ranking videos. And one of the things that after, I released a course that was very white hat, didn't have any of the buying views, didn't have any of the buying, poor backlinks and 1 hour backlinks and things like that. And this, after that came out, this private blog network thing kept popping up, PBN, and people were doing it and seeing all these results. And I kind of get what it is. But could you explain to everybody exactly what a private blog network is and why it's important for not only videos, but just for ranking anything that you want to rank on Google?
Yeah, absolutely, and it kind of give a little backstory. This whole PBN private blog network thing kind of stems back to about a year and a half ago, where there was a ton of blog networks, but they were public blog networks. They were networks where anyone can go sign up for a subscription and be able to post articles into these public blog networks. Now, they were great. They were extremely effective. I remember me personally, I was signed up to at least 2 paid ones and 1 free one at the minimum. And I was posting to all 3 of them simultaneously. Anytime I had a new video or anytime I had a new niche site up, I was just posting simultaneously through all of them. And they were extremely effective. I mean, so effective that I know I was basing at least 90% of all my link building with these blog networks. And I know a lot of people were depending 100% on these blog networks because they were that effective. I mean, you would syndicate 3 to 5 articles into these networks, and you would rank. If it was a video, it'd rank within a few days. If it was in a niche site, it'd rank within a few weeks, and it was just bonanzas. I mean, everybody was going crazy over them. But of course, whenever there's a good thing out there that anyone can get their hands on, Google's right there behind them, ready to shut it down. And that's exactly what happened. It was just from like one day to the next. The first one that got hit was Build My Rank, and Build My Rank was one of the more popular ones and one of the most effective ones because they supposedly had the best network of sites, the highest authority sites. And I'm sure you remember, it just sent a huge shockwave throughout the whole SEO community. Oh my God!
Oh yeah. That was like where were you when Kennedy was assassinated? Of course, I wasn't born, but it was the same type of thing. As where were you the day that Build My Rank went down for good? And it's like, I remember that day really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And once Build My Rank fell, then all the other ones started just dropping, and Google just laid the hammer on all of them. And there's different theories on how Google found out about them. Some people think they went to the sales pages, signed up, syndicated articles, and then tracked them all down. No one still knows exactly how Google found out about them, but they found out. I'm sure they have different footprints and different things that they were able to track down. Who knows? But they were able to track them down and shut them all down, and it sent huge shockwaves throughout the whole SEO community, and it hurt a lot of people. It hurt a lot of rankings. A lot of businesses just went, from zero to hero, from hero to zero, the other way around, very quickly. And that's kind of where it all stems from. And people started noticing, okay, how can I take the power of these blog networks and still apply it to my business today? And the best way to do it is to build your own. And it's a very simple technique once you know what you're looking for. And all we're pretty much doing is buying domains, buying expired domains that have good authority, good page rank, and building a network. That's pretty much all we're doing, is taking these domains and doing what the public blog networks did, but doing it only for ourselves, where we control the content, we control the links, we control absolutely everything. Because another thing about these public blog networks was people were just going in and just publishing all kinds of low quality content. Some people were publishing content that didn't even match the content of the links they were linking to. So it was just a big mess. So when you control these domains and you buy them and you know what you're looking for when you buy these domains, it makes it easier for you to rank because you control everything that's going on, and you still get the same effectiveness of a public one. Actually, you get more effectiveness because you control everything going on these sites. So in short, a blog network is the situation where you're buying domains that already come with established authority that you can add to a network that you get links from. So you can publish articles and link to anything you want. You can embed YouTube videos. You can do absolutely everything and get quick results with Google.
Nice. So let me ask you this then, of course, because you know, most likely a lot of the people that are going to watch this don't know a lot about these private blog networks and everything. You know, if I'm a beginner and when it comes to this kind of stuff, I guess I kind of am. How difficult is it for somebody like me to just jump in and start doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the big misconceptions out there, is that, you know, that building a blog network is extremely hard to do. You need some kind of crazy formula to figure it out, and you need a big budget to do it, and you need to have a ton of SEO experience, and all of that is just, you know, crap. You know, none of that is true, and anyone with any amount of experience and any amount of budget can do this, because at the most simplest form, if you just take out everything else, what you're doing is buying a domain. That is it. You know, if you know what to look for, you're buying a domain. You don't need to complicate it besides anything else. You just know what to look for in these domains, buy them, and add them to a network. That is it. So you don't need any crazy amount of experience. And when you know what to look for, it makes it extremely easy to do. And also, it's not crazy expensive because, you know, some of the things that we're going to show people is how to buy domains for as little as 12, 15, 20 bucks. So you don't need a crazy amount of budget. Now, yeah, there are domains that are more expensive. You know, if you find a domain that's a PageRank 5 or a PageRank 6, and you know it's 150, 200 bucks, and it might be worth it for some people to have a bigger budget to pick that up, but it's not necessary. You can still go after the lower PageRank stuff with a smaller budget and still get the same effectiveness.
Nice. Yeah, I think the last one that I purchased, I think I spent $10.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. And the good thing
too. So
yeah, and the good thing as well too is that a lot of people today are focusing solely on PageRank. You know, and they're letting all the other ones kind of fly under the radar, and those are the ones that we're going to show people how to pick up, as well as, you know, as the higher ones. But there's a gold mine of sites that are still PageRank 0, but they still carry the weight of a higher PageRank domain, just because Google is taking so long to update PageRank nowadays that, you know, a site can show that it's a PageRank 0, but it still has the authority and the trust flow of a site that's a PR3, PR4, and just because it's a PR0, you can get it for much cheaper, but again, it still carries the weight and the power of a higher PageRank domain, just because Google hasn't updated PageRank yet.
Nice. So explain to me a little bit now. Let's say I'm a local marketer, which a lot of the people watching this are. They're doing stuff for plumbers, they're doing stuff for doctors, they're doing stuff for electricians, whatever it happens to be. You know, how many domains are they going to have to pick up if they're working with a lot of these different niches? Do they need to pick up domains for each of the videos? Do they need to pick up a domain for each of the niches, or can they pick up, you know, domains just for local businesses and things like that?
Yeah, ideally, you would create a small blog network, a smaller niche blog network for each industry. So if you can get really specific in your blog network, you can create just a small network for realtors, a small network for the plumbers, and just keep these little gaps of networks. But you know, if you don't have that kind of budget, you can create more of a general blog network where it's just for your local clients and still get the same effectiveness. If you have a smaller budget, you can still get the same effectiveness by building a network of 10, 15, 20 sites. You know, you can start small, and then once you start generating profits by, you know, selling to your local clients or whatever your monetization strategy is, once you start growing, you can start growing your network and growing it out. But you can get started with as little as 10, 15, 20 domains and really get some strong power behind you with just those, a little bit of domains. And then, of course, over time, you can grow it to 25, 30, 40, 50, 60 domains. And then things really start getting fun, and you can just, start going crazy with the stuff that you rank for.
Nice. So let me ask you this then. Anybody who picks up Zamurai private blog network, boy, I'll tell you, I can't even say it.
Zamurai PBN Blueprint.
There we go, ZPBN, there we go.
Yeah.
For anybody who picks this up, what can they expect out of this? Are they going to, this is going to go over everything from how to purchase the domains to how to use them? What is the progression there?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the beauty of this course. We've broken it down to a simple 6-step process. So we're going to go through everything from what to look for in a domain, where to find them, how much to pay, and I think that's a very important one, how much to pay, because that's one question that we get asked a lot. Should I be paying this much? Am I overpaying for this domain? So we really cover how much, what they should pay for each domain. And then once they pay, what hosting they should use to really get the most effectiveness out of it, because there is a little bit of a different tweak when you're hosting a domain for blog network purposes. You definitely want to use the one that we recommend so that you can kind of keep your network as safe as possible from Google finding out about it, because we always run the risk of Google finding out that you do have a network. And in the course, we also cover different strategies for making sure that doesn't happen. So we cover how to host it, and then after you host it, how to set it up, the different things that you want to do to your network, and then how to link from it, where to link to, how to link to your sites, and then after we also cover how to continue to boost your site after you have it all set up. So we really cover absolutely everything, so anyone, even a brand newbie, can pick this up and know exactly what to do to purchase a high quality domain and set it up and all of that good stuff. And another good thing that we've included is a cheat sheet as well, so that if someone has a potential domain that they want to purchase, we set up a cheat sheet with all the criteria that we look for. If you just look at the cheat sheet, you check off all the criteria. If it matches, you go ahead and purchase it. So we've really tried to simplify it to a form where anyone, even with no experience, can pick this up and really go out there and purchase these domains.
Beautiful. And we've talked about that it's fairly easy to do for anybody that wants to get into it. It's not super expensive, but of course here's the real thing. Regardless of all that stuff, what kind of results can we see out of this? What can we expect if we do this? Let's say we've got a new plumber that we're working with in Hoboken, New Jersey. We've shot some videos. What kind of results can we expect out of this?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, us personally, we're seeing for YouTube videos, we're getting results extremely fast. With a YouTube video, assuming that someone does the proper keyword research and proper on-page optimization, we're seeing results within a few days. Videos ranking. And for niche sites, same thing. Assuming that you have your on-page done correctly, your keyword research done correctly, we're seeing results as quickly as 27 days to get first-page rankings, and that's usually after you go through the Google Sandbox, the Google Dance, that where you jump up and down, up and down. After about the 27-30-day mark, we see that things really start to stick. And if you're brand new to SEO and you're going through that, where your site or your video is jumping up and down for the first couple weeks, that's absolutely normal, and just give it some time. And then after that is when your things really start to stick and stay there. So we're seeing about between 27 and 30-day mark for our niche sites, and just a few 3 to 4 days for our YouTube videos. So things go really fast when you're able to use your private blog network behind you.
And the other thing to mention too, because I know I've looked at some of your materials and everything on this, we're talking about tougher keywords than these way out there niche keywords. We're talking higher quality keywords, higher money keywords that you're ranking these for. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a lot of clients, dentists, and we all know that dentists and lawyers and things like that. So we're going after terms that are really competitive, and that's another good thing as well. If you run a local agency, before going full time online, I used to run the SEO department for 2 different web design companies. And when you think about it, these web design companies, a lot of them are web design companies, and they're forced into SEO because their clients come to them to design their websites, and then they're like, okay, how can I get traffic to my site now? And then the web designer is like, okay, I know there's this thing out there called SEO. Let me sell them on it. And that's the beauty about when you have a little bit of extra knowledge above these different local agencies that are not really SEO agencies, so they don't know the different techniques of using a private blog network. You have that extra edge over them to really outrank them, because they're just most likely, and this is exactly how it was when I first stepped in to work for these two companies. They were web design companies, and they had outsourced their SEO to the Philippines and different outsourcing companies. So they really didn't know what was going on. And when you're going up against companies like this in your local area, it makes things extremely easy when you have the proper backlinking structure in place with a private blog network. So, I mean, it's just, if you're serious about SEO, there's no reason why you should not be building your private blog network. I mean, it's so simple to do, and it's so powerful with the results that you can get.
Beautiful. All right, well, there you have it, folks. That is Joshua Zamora telling us about the ZPBN. For those of you who are looking to rank videos, websites, things like that, this is kind of the new wave that's really starting to take over, and we're going to be able to jump in front of all that. So I highly recommend you take a really close look at this. It's something that I've started to get into, and it's a very effective way to rank not only videos but websites. So if you're looking for a way to do that, this may be the perfect solution for you. Any last words, Josh, before we let you get out of here?
No, that's it. Just we're going live on Tuesday the 26th, so make sure you're there on time. The price will be locked for the first 2 days, but after that, the dime sale will kick in, and we're really expecting a good amount of sales for those first 2 days. So usually once the dime sale kicks in, and the way JVZoo works is it counts all of the previous sales and applies that to the main price, so there's a good chance the price is going to nearly double after those first 2 days. So you want to make sure you're there on time when you get the email from Ray, so you pick it up at the best possible discount. And besides that, thanks for being here, and I'm always grateful to spend some time with you.
Beautiful. And again, folks, you're receiving this message today, which is Monday. The program is going to go live tomorrow, Tuesday, at about 11 o'clock Eastern. So look out for that. Josh, thanks for joining us today. And folks, be sure to look below this video to see all the bonuses that we've put together to go along with the ZPBN, so that you can not only build your private blog networks, but you can also do all the proper stuff that you're supposed to be doing, and a few other goodies that we have involved in there as well. So check out the bonuses below, and then tomorrow at 11, jump on in. So thanks again, Josh, and good luck tomorrow. I think you're going to see. I think we're going to see you at the top of the leaderboard pretty quickly tomorrow. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.